What's up guys? So last week The Boys season 3 trailer came out and it was wild to say the very least, and I've been eager to talk about it, but admittedly I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to the Boys universe. The comics actually don't run for that long, which is nice. There's, I believe, only about 72 issues, so I do plan on catching up eventually before season 3 starts, but for right now I read just below what I need to have some understanding of just what the hell I'm going to be talking about in this video. I read the first 7 issues a while ago, but recently I caught up with a very special tale that will supposedly be touched upon in season 3, and that is Hirogasm. And oh boy, what a spin-off it was. It is a limited series set between issue 30 and 31, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like, and we'll get more into that later. I'll try to explain as best I can the new characters we saw and really just give my thoughts on some of the interesting things I saw in the trailer and make some speculations and predictions along the way. But before we do any of that, make sure to support your boy by hitting that sub button, turning on your notifications, leave a thumbs up, follow my social medias, retweet, like, all that good stuff. Okay guys, let's get ready to simply
do whatever the fuck I want.
We're finally going to be seeing the gang on Compound V, which I absolutely love. I believe in the comics, the boys were on Compound V since the very beginning because realistically, for the past 2 seasons, they've been at an unreal disadvantage. So although I don't believe any of them will really be on the same power level as Homelander, at least now they have some kind of chance against other soups, more regular ones. I know we only see Butcher take it, but I'd imagine the whole gang will follow suit. We see our boy Homelander back in the cut, and I'm very curious if that's his apartment there in Vought Tower. I'd be curious to see how Homelander is living. I think, you know, a person's dwelling is a reflection of kind of like their inner self. So I'm very curious to see what he's living in. But he looks disturbed as usual, and I figure this season his control will be tested again even further. They're also making fun of the whole Kendall Jenner Pepsi commercial, which is great, and we get to peep A-Train's new color scheme, which honestly, it looks kind of whack to me, okay? He looks like a walking fruit roll-up, okay? Tell me I'm lying about that, guys. Maybe it'll grow on me during the season. It looks like since last season they were making fun of DC, they'll be taking more shots at Marvel now by having Vought Studios be a thing. I mean, 2 of the new characters they're introducing are straight parodies of Captain America and Scarlet Witch. But to clarify, okay, nobody can even touch Elizabeth Olsen, okay? She's bae, she's amazing, we love Lizzie, okay? Soldier Boy, on the other hand, is a parody of Cap and is, from what I understand, a very old-timesy dude. Like, he'll go and do heinous things, but he won't curse, and he'll say like really like old-timey things, like use really weird words. I also believe he'll probably hold some views that were prevalent during that time. You know, he'll have a little touch of racism in there. And in Hirogasm, him and Homelander actually banged, or more so, I think Homelander banged him, and Homelander basically does that every year as a test to see if he's ready for the 7, but Homelander never puts him on the team and just keeps leading his ass on, literally. I really can't say if that relationship will be touched on in season 3, but Jensen Ackles, the actor who's playing Soldier Boy, has said that Hirogasm is going to be insane, so I can't wait to see that. Should be interesting. If Homelander engaged in a relationship with Soldier Boy, with the audience he has, I wonder if they'd start to reject him, and now even less people would like him, causing him to spiral even further down a hole and lose even more of his inhibitions and go full on crazy supervillain. Fellow Marvel parody The Crimson Countess is in the trailer, as we can see, and she basically, I believe, can fly, and you know, she throws explosive blasts. She explodes some dude in a Homelander mascot suit, which was kind of crazy to see. That'll be interesting to see how that particular scene plays out. But these 2 characters showing up is interesting because they were both members of the team Payback. Again, another play off of the Avengers, another parody, and the other teammates for that specific team were Tech Knight, an Iron Man parody who all of a sudden had an uncontrollable urge to, well, to put bluntly, fuck butts, no matter whose it was. Countess was linked with the Mind Droid, a parody of the Vision, who unfortunately gets cucked. Swado, I believe, is an Ant-Man parody, and most importantly, the leader was Stormfront. So that makes me very curious because we saw Stormfront last season, and her being a former Payback member, maybe they'll just be introducing the Paybacks for the season and not necessarily bringing them to the 7, but still maybe they are going going to be, I guess, testing them for the 7. Who knows? But to touch on Hirogasm as much as I can here on YouTube, it's basically a 6-issue storyline where all the supes pretend they're going to fight aliens, but really go to an island resort setup so they can indulge in all their most carnal and debaucherous endeavors. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if this shot of Homelander milking the cow was during Hirogasm. He looks like he's bricked up, he's shitting blood, and having the time of his life. We also get to see the Deep engaging in what looks like an orgy, and you know, he's looking at that octopus and probably getting rock hard, so that I assume is probably going to be during the events of Hirogasm in the show, as well as this very quick scene which I put for the thumbnail, which is somebody basically exploding and somebody else exploding out of that person, and I'd imagine that as well is a part of Hirogasm. I don't know exactly which hero that is, but I'm assuming they are practicing the Thanos theory, okay? If you guys don't remember, during Avengers Endgame, it was a joke obviously, but there was a theory that, you know, Ant-Man would shrink, go into Thanos' asshole, and then expand. And that was the theory that was going on. It's really funny to make fun of and talk about. But also I remember Paul Rudd saying in an interview, like, who knows? Maybe if Ant-Man did that, you don't know how much punishment Thanos could take. So I always thought that was a really funny thing that he said. But yeah, that's clearly not the case. That guy couldn't take a lot of punishment. So that's a shame because he died. And we also see what looks to be a musical number. So this threw me and a lot of people off. But I'd imagine this is something going on in like a dream sequence or in Frenchie's mind exclusively. Unless, if I'm not remembering correctly, everyone got pardoned at the end of last season. And maybe Kimiko and Frenchie, I guess, maybe joined a theater. I have no idea. We also get to see Victoria Newman, or, you know, the show's version of Vic the Veep, who in the comics was an absolute idiot, but he was like the VP, and I believe he was going to become the president, and he was basically controlled by the people around him. I guess they're like his cabinet members. I'm not too sure, but this is very indicative of like the real world, right? You get a talking head who is just like a mascot, and the people around him or her are the real brains behind the operation. And in the comics, Vic the Veep is a fucking idiot. He has like the mind of a child, but we don't really see that with Victoria Newman, and Vic the Veep didn't have the power of exploding heads. So I'd be very curious to find out what her play is during this season, because we see her explode a couple people. So I'm very curious about her character in particular. We also see, you know, a Homelander inspired sex toy, which is probably going directly up somebody's sphincter or down their throat. That's really all I have for right now, guys. Again, thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what those I-beams Butcher has now can do. Maybe we'll even see Homelander take some damage this season, some real damage. It'll also be interesting to see in what other avenues Vought expands into, or what sides of this evil giant mega corporation we'll see. Like in Diabolical, we saw them experiment with like creams and stuff. Then the show is always really good at making fun of events and products, so I can't wait to see what they make fun of this season. Again, there are only 72 issues, so I'm definitely gonna run through the series before June 3rd so I can talk about it a little better to you guys. I still haven't decided whether I'm gonna do weekly reviews for the show or just wait till the season's over to put one big review out. I could just do that and enjoy my time watching the show, or I could just make a review for each episode. I still haven't decided. Let me know what you guys think, but ultimately I'll probably just do what I feel like, to be honest. All I know is I can't wait. But let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy the trailer? What are some parts that you saw that you really liked? If I missed anything or you got anything wrong, please let me know. Give me your theories, your ideas, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and let me know. I'm all ears. That's it. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of you guys are well, and I'll see you in the next one.